Sanbonani Dumelang Absheni, hello and welcome to Tsa-Sgela with Kgau. My name is Moronga Kgau, but you guys can call me Kaygee, as you guys already know. Today's episode, we are back again with another professional nurse, but this time it's a different kind of, different kind of department. But I'm going to give you guys her bio right now, and then she'll introduce herself, because you guys know most we don't introduce our guests. They better introduce themselves. I'm also not going to give you guys her name, but she'll tell us. So she is a neonatal ICU professional nurse, a graduate from the University of Johannesburg with an honors in Bachelor of Nursing Sciences. She is a Golden Key recipient, part of the top 50 final year students in the Eugenius Club. She's a representative of a unique global network that is called the University. Hey, guys, who are selling more? It's too much. Okay. Called the Universitas 21, that aims to bring together 29 world-leading research intensive universities that share a common belief, with the University of Johannesburg being the only university in Africa involved in this consortium. In this organization, I am greatly involved in the Sustainable Development Goals team to ensure that Agenda 2030 translates into reality and the development goals are met. She further participates in the Interprofessional Education Global Professionals Challenge in 2022 and 2023, collaborating with professionals from the world to discuss and make recommendations to the United Nations and World Health Organization regarding certain global challenges. Guys, this is a CV, so please. She has a big heart for community engagements and giving out a helping hand. Therefore, she's involved in multiple community engagements organizations like the 100 Kids to Varsity, Reach for a Dream, Marotoli Foundation, Africa by Bus in Namibia, Metropolitan Breast Cancer Awareness, and is Born to Stand Out Foundation and many more. So, I guess we didn't get her name. So, hi, ma'am.
That was a lot.
Yo, it was a whole CV, a whole bio. You're actually the first person to actually
give. I tried to minimize it as much as possible. Cut out something.
So please introduce yourself. Who are you?
My name is Idah Mondlane.
Okay.
I'm the Neonatal ICU Professional Nurse, like you said. And I think you've said
a lot
about who I am. But basically, I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl. And then the research, what? There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, it's things I came across in my academic journey.
Go UJ.
Yes.
So that's what you are currently doing.
That's what I'm currently doing. But most of the time, I'm full-time employed at work. So, yeah.
Okay. So, okay. You know, vele you can be a professional nurse, but there's always a introduction with everything. Where did it start? Because I've heard, you didn't start with nursing, Anker. You started with something else somewhere. So how do you move from there and then come here? Yeah, please explain that part.
So I've changed courses and I've changed universities. So my academic journey is quite an interesting one for me. Growing up, I've always known that I wanted to be a lawyer. Like, you'd wake me up at 12 midnight and I would tell you I want to be a lawyer. And in high school, that's the only thing I pursued. Like, I studied so hard because I want to do this profession. And I matriculated 2017. So there's this narrative that you get from your teachers that pass well, bursaries will fight for you.
Hey, companies will be fighting for you.
Companies will be fighting for you. Universities will be fighting for you. Of which, for me, that was not the case. I passed well, really well. I got 4 distinctions. So I thought, yeah, I have my life sorted out. So I applied to most universities and I was admitted to study what I've always wanted to study, which is law. Yeah.
Okay.
So 2018, I went to a certain university in the Northwest.
They'll understand. They'll search. It's fine.
Yes. So I got there and then I was admitted for law and I studied law. Funny enough, for almost a year, everything was going well. I did not have issues. I thought I saw myself in that court of law. Little did I know that life has a different perspective for me. So I think it was around October and I had to go write my final exams.
You're doing your first year in law?
I'm doing my first year in law. I have to go and write my final exams and I get an email from finance that, hey, you owe us this amount of money, therefore you cannot continue with writing your exams.
Mara, why send an email when you are about to write your... wait until you finish.
They didn't wait. And then I was so stressed out, went to finance and they're like, look, it's fine, we'll sort it out. You can go and write your exams. I thought everything is fine.
And they told you, go and write.
I mean, so I went, I wrote, finished the year, passed very well. Now comes second year. I have to come and register. I tried to register on my phone. It was their first time having online registrations.
Oh, okay.
So the previous year we would go like physically.
Walk-ins.
Those long lines.
But at least it helped because now it's a bit...
better. Yeah. So I tried on my phone and I thought, it's just a technical issue. Let me go there. So I left home and I went to the university. I remember when I got there, it was like around 2. I get there and I'm like, hey, I can't register. Can you please help me? They're like, no, you can't register because you owe us this amount of money. At the time, it was 54,000. They're like, if you're not giving us this money, then we cannot register you. I was so shattered that day. I remember I didn't even have a place to sleep that day because I thought, I'm just going to register and then they'll give me raise. I will sleep. Now, nothing.
When I thought soft life, go university.
I mean.
So wait, like that university, it doesn't have, the current one that you graduated from, it has those top achiever merit awards that they give you guys.
No.
INAON. So now you self-funded.
Now, there was issues with my funding. I had 2 bursaries which were clashing. So something happened at finance. I don't want to talk about that too much.
Yeah, it's fine.
It ended up being a case.
Like
it involved lawyers. And
so that's why you had the troubles of funding.
I had troubles with funding. So I couldn't register. I remember that day I said, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? Secondly, where am I going to sleep? Because I can't go home. Home is far. Luckily, one of my friends had collected her race keys. So she gave me her keys and I went to sleep in that room. I remember it had nothing. It was just a room. Nothing. And I was just grateful, to have a roof and not
over your head
on the streets.
On the streets.
So I had issues with trying to register back and forth until around April. I remember classes have started. People are attending classes.
When are you busy?
I'm busy up and down. My classmates are writing tests at this point. And they gave me false hope. They were like, okay, attend classes and we'll give you raise. And then I thought, okay, at least we're getting somewhere.
Exactly.
Only in April, the rest manager said, it's April now. You're not registered. There's nothing you can do. Get me out. Yeah. And I remember I had to pack all of my things and go back home. That year. I remember I'm the first person at home to get into university. So you can imagine how it is for my family, for everyone. Now I'm coming back home.
I'm sure the neighbors, those evil neighbors, they are like, Really?
Wait.
And then that time, I'm sure even the fourth distinction thing, like, they are so, those ones. So
they're
when
like
they see you,
happy.
she's back.
I made sure I go home late.
Mara,
At
guys,
night.
why, Mara?
And it was raining so hard. And one of my friends accompanied me to the taxis. It was so sad. I was depressed for the whole year. Remember now it's a gap year.
It's a gap year.
At home for the whole year. I was so depressed because I used to be one of those people who thrive on academics, validation.
Exactly, yeah.
So if you take away academics,
then
I don't have an identity anymore.
And the worst part, like the pressure of having to go into university. Leona, it's a big thing. You've worked so hard to get into university and now you are here.
Now I'm here. I mean, it can't be me.
Why me, Mara God?
Why me, God? Yo, I was so mad at God. I was like, you're disappointing me. He disappointed me straight. And little did I know it was a redirection to something else. A redirection to purpose. Because now that I'm here, I feel like I'm living in my purpose. Yeah.
So then how do you then, okay, you are at home now. How do you then come decide for
nursing?
For nursing.
I kept on applying when I was home. You know, it's like even people are applying for jobs, you're just applying for anything and everything. So December, I got a part-time job to work at an internet cafe. So my friend sends me that, hey, UJ has opened applications for nursing. I mean, for me, it's just another application. It's like, let me give it a shot. I gave it a shot and yeah, December went by. Now it's January. I don't have a plan. I've been accepted. This other university accepted me, but there's a delay in my NBT results. I don't know why. This other course, they've accepted me, yes, but I didn't know I had to find myself a hospital. They're like, you don't have a hospital, we're not taking you. I'm home again.
So you're applying for nursing?
No, nursing was just another
option.
Yeah, it just.
You're applying for law?
Yeah, I applied for law. I applied for other courses as well, radiography and whatever. So I was stressed that I'm home. And then a random Wednesday, I get a call from the Department of Nursing. They're like, hey, we see you've passed well. We'd like to have you in our nursing department. And I'm like, okay. But
I left law, my passion.
Law. But at this point, remember, I'm stressed.
You stressed,
I can't sit home for another year because that would be like 3 years wasted. And then they call me and they tell me by tomorrow you should have been registered and everything. I'm like, Johnny, how do I get to you? I've never been to Johannesburg. I had never been to Johannesburg in my life. And then they're like, you should get here by tomorrow morning. The time, I don't even have money to get there. We had to make a plan for me to get here. I got here and they're like, Malia registration. And I'm like, where am I going to get 4,000 at this moment? It's first come, first serve. If you do not register, then we're not taking you. I went back home and I remember my mom had to go to a mashonisa, borrow that money, get registered. And that's how I was in nursing. So I started studying nursing and how everything was so simple. And I transitioned in, remember law and nursing are two different things. But how the transition was so smooth, it really felt like,
this is where you were supposed to be. And then now financial issues sorted.
Not sorted. I was saved by COVID, guys. I was struggling. When they said you can go home, I was so happy. I went home.
Oh, so it was online, kind of.
Yeah, we transitioned to online. And then that year I managed to fix your financial issues. At least I was home. Then when we got back, at least my financial issues were sorted. Yeah.
So now you're in COVID, You're doing your first year.
My first year.
And then, okay, I know Horika nursing, you have to do practicals and stuff. You guys don't have practicals then?
They were still trying to figure it out for some time. Okay. But we came back before everyone could come back. Now you have to do, I think we came back around August. We were back and we were doing our practicals. We were working during COVID.
Yeah. And then a little but it's COVID and everyone is scared.
Scared.
The minute you say, you are like, ma'am, please go and check. Please go and check.
We're scared, but I mean, as healthcare workers, you are there through it all. You give of yourself so that someone can live. That's how it is.
Okay, so now you're doing the program. Ushile law. You can go back to law. Passion is passion.
Yeah.
You can sleep and try and dodge it. Those days you'll sleep and you'll think, what if I went to law? How would life be?
Yeah. With nursing, and it's something that a lot of people don't know, you can venture into anything. So I can still go back to law with nursing and become a legal nurse because there's always
okay.
There's always cases
Makes
to the
sense.
hospital, to the staff. So there's always someone be. So if I have a legal background and I have the actual experience of being a nurse, makes it more easier. But
you see people who think we just say we want to be singers, and then next thing we are doing engineering. The courses are not aligning, but we'll see in the future. So okay, you're doing you're done with the nursing again. I'm not gonna ask you about the program and all those things, but why neonatal
ICU.
Yeah, and not because I'm sure there's a lot. Why that one specifically? ICU. Where's part?
I love babies, ne?
It's about babies.
Yes, neonates are those babies those tiny ones you can hold with just one hand. And they're sick and they're on life support. So here's the thing. I love babies.
Okay.
But I didn't want to work with babies because I attach first.
No.
So when a baby is sick, I become
we are color now.
Yeah, color now. So when you're doing ComServe, they rotate you.
Okay.
Anyway, so they rotated me to neonatal ICU, and strange enough, I fell in love. I love babies. I love babies so much.
Now, when you said ICU, I'm thinking ICU. You know ICU. Someone there in surgeries. What.
Yeah, it's ICU, but for those tiny
babies,
they live on life support. You hardly see them smile or open their eyes, but then you're just there, especially for the moms as well, because it's so frustrating seeing your little tiny baby on a life support machine. That's nice.
Do they offer you guys
counseling?
Yeah.
No.
Njani?
No.
So how are you gonna I can imagine you with someone's parent, the parents, and you have to tell them, the child, what. How do you put yourself in that situation and you advise them and whatever without counseling? Or
it's not easy at all, but unfortunately they don't offer counseling. Like, I remember there was a weekend, and that weekend I was still working in surgical, and people were just like, God was just taking his people. And then I remember I had to go to the office, call the next family, drop things that we tried whatever we could, but no. We were swapping with this other doctor, and then I would go out, this other doctor would go in with another family. So we try to live with it, but at some point it gets to you. It does get you, and unfortunately you don't get any counseling.
So how do you counsel yourself? Because if they're not giving you guys, you have to make plans most well.
If we debrief amongst each other, like we talk about it, and then it's fine. You have to master the skill of leaving work things at work and go home.
In this economy.
But sometimes it's hard. I remember I lost a baby. I couldn't sleep that night thinking about that baby. The whole night was tossing and turning because of that particular baby.
Shem. Maybe that's why I didn't do health because I think I can't. A whole baby, and you have to at least training Yana to tell you, to teach you guys how to talk to the.
You get along the way. You learn as you go. You learn as you go. You are taught last offices, which is how to do that. But it's
It's
just
not that.
another topic at school. When it comes to real life, it's something different.
Yeah. Hey guys, there's problems most in this industry.
A lot.
And then, okay, you have that, the mental health, how's the work schedule? Because I'm sure the shifts, sometimes night or it's always night or it's always morning shifts.
It's different shifts for different departments, different hospitals. So you guys choose what
what works for you.
So for us, it's I go in 5 days. In that 5 days, sometimes it's 3 days day shift and 2 days night shift. Sometimes it's 2 days day shifts and 3 days night. And then I'm off for another 5 days. So it's not too bad. But the consecutive 12 hours,
it's a problem.
You feel it.
Which one is better, night or day?
I prefer day. I love my sleep. I love my sleep, please. Night.
No, I wouldn't. Imagine people are sleeping when you're at work.
You're at work. And for you, it's like during the day. It has to be like
obviously you don't.
But the body wants to sleep. The body wants to shut down. So it's hard fighting sleep, honestly. But you do it nonetheless.
No, I think they should provide counseling because you can't be working like that and then you're dealing with people. And I'm sure where they come there and they start, those parents who would be, you guys.
It's a lot. You have to deal with the patient. You have to deal with the family. The family is always
a problem
because they don't understand it from our perspective. Sometimes we do understand, but sometimes
it's a whole, you guys did this. You didn't take care of the child. What?
It's always like that. But grief is different for different people.
Yeah.
But most of the time they want someone to put the blame on and we always catch the smoke.
Mara, imagine the person, okay, sensitive, name, and nekiness. The blame is on you. You take the blame veil. But for we are all different, someone can take the blame and just be like, there's nothing I could do. Mara omungo could say, Mara very, what if we the problem?
Yeah, most of the time it does happen. If you could watch TikTok videos, you see there's this trend that says, I chose nursing. And then you see that person crying. You cry yourself in the bathroom. You yourself, you come back to work, everything, the show must go on. Because
the next day you're going back to the same thing.
30 patients. When I moved from this one, there's still 29 more waiting.
Hi, Pelalina, sebenza ngathi. Next.
It's not easy.
Aibo Idah. And then you smile. Yo, I'd be a monster.
That's why you find most
they end up
behaving like that, though we do not promote that. Mostly it's
by exhausted.
It's exhaustion. Like I remember when I was working at Hillbrow, we would see like 60 patients. When I get to you, you are the 45th person, and number 13 pissed me off so
bad.
But I still have
it's on someone else now.
Yeah. But
I feel like if counseling was provided, at least it would do something better. Because now I'm being faulted for someone else's problems. I'm Maranani, I'm a nurse.
I know, right?
Sometimes.
Let me say, it's always the other generation. If you could go to a hospital or a clinic and you find new age nurses, like you'd find them that they're nice. If you're a new age nurse and you're not nice, I charge you.
Okay, I've never come across new age.
They're also rude to us.
To you guys.
Colleagues. Yes, the new ones that are coming in, they're very rude to us. So what about the patient? If you're rude to me as a colleague, then the patient.
Hi, Nina. Maravela bakona shem and we won't mention.
I won't defend them.
The minute you get there, they don't care whether you Like they already have this thing. That's why I'm saying these people who are sensitive, they can't move on like fast. Already nje, by the time of fitla gating, hey, sissy, you don't even know what. That time you're sick.
That time you're sick. I want to defend them. They are. I tell you, even to us, they're rude.
I think there needs to be some cleansing there in the department because.
But the shift that I'm seeing is that the new age nurses, the young ones, they are more nicer. Even if I go to hospital and I found young nurses, I become relaxed. Yeah.
Okay. So, Miss Idah, what are you doing now?
Now I'm relaxing.
Now you are used to the environment now.
I'm used to the environment. I'm working, and I've intentionally decided to take rest, like from other things, and just enjoy the present moment. Then I'll get back to other things again.
Are you planning on going back to school? You are an academic weapon. You need to go back to school and to make sure you mentioned golden key. What land? Okay, wait. This golden key thing, I wanna ask. I'm judge. But is it worth it though?
Okay. For a person who's actively trying to pursue other things, it does work, because every week there's seminars. Every week there's they are connected to other companies. So if you want to get to a certain company, you can talk to them.
Oh,
they send out emails every week. There's opportunities. That's why I'm saying if you're an active person, you can benefit. But if you're just like relaxed, they don't follow you. They don't come and say, "How we're giving you this."
I just want a job, please. Don't come and tell me I need to talk to Mr. Ban now.
They do that.
They do that. Yeah. Okay, but that's a good way of connecting you with other people. Then it's your own.
Yeah, you just have to look through the opportunities that they have. They post every week. I think I get 10 emails a week from them, and then you have to check what suits you, what do you like, and then you have to actively act on it.
Yeah. Okay, so how does it work, like before you are a member, obviously they tell you, oh, hi, golden key member. Wow. How did you get the thing? Because I might be getting distinctions, but I'm getting Boma. You know, those distinctions on the dot, 75, 75, 75. And then I'm just like, how is my golden key,
Yeah, so apparently their criteria is top 15% in your course.
Okay.
So if there's like 50 of you, they'll only take like 15, I think. My maths is not that good.
Yeah, no.
Then they send you the emails if you want to join, and sadly you have to pay. You have to pay. Once off joining fee.
I appreciate the honor, but I'm not paying. I must pay. I feel like they should make
it should be automatic.
Yes, it shouldn't be a thing. At least if you want to be a member outside of getting distinctions and you don't qualify. That's when I can pay.
Yeah,
I must pay just for getting those hours.
Yeah, unfortunately. I got it when I was still doing law. But because of the paying part, the time I didn't have money.
You were like, I'm not interested.
I'm not interested, thank you. And
wow, you got it from law.
Yeah, and then they sent it again. When I was in second year, I still didn't have the money. They sent it again when I was in final year. I was like, let me just
do it.
Yeah. No.
You are those types who sleep at the library.
No.
No, seriously, because
I value my sleep. I prefer waking up in the early hours of the morning to study. Then it's more quieter, and then I can grab things. But once the day goes by,
you can't focus.
I can't focus, and I can't focus for long.
Are you cramming? What are you doing to get those marks? Because you know what? I've been cross-nighting, but still I'm still
think
failing.
You have to find a strategy that works for you. Sometimes you'd want to copy someone who cross-nights. Sometimes I would feel pressure. My friends are not sleeping today, and I am sleeping. But you have to find what works for you. how I used to study is they call it the, what is it, Pomodoro method, I think. You study for 20 minutes, you take a 10-minute break. 20 minutes, 10 minutes break. But sometimes it's vice versa.
Then you see
for
us.
10 minutes.
10 minutes break will end up being a 10-hour break.
Yeah, I think you should find a study method. That works. Okay. Honestly.
Okay. I get. Then I tried, guys, because Idah says study method that works for you. That works for you. And then, okay, apart from the exhaustion and the counseling that you guys don't get and the rudeness, what other challenges are you guys facing at work?
There's a lot. If someone asks me what's missing, I always answer and say it's a negotiation, right? A different kind of negotiation, because while other people are negotiating for business deals, tenders, we are negotiating over someone's life with God, because he's the one who's responsible for that person's life. So now I have to negotiate with him and say, look, can I have this soul? Can this person leave? And sometimes God would just like, I want them home.
Now's the time.
Now it's the time and they leave. And I would be trying, I'd be like, I put adrenaline to the table. I resuscitate this patient. And then he just keeps a straight face and says no. Sometimes he lets you win the negotiation and you save that someone's mom, someone's sister. So it's a challenge on its own. It's a challenge on its own. The salary is another challenge.
Hey, imali vele guys, no ways. Wow.
Why do we buy condoms? I wonder with what.
Who says you buy?
It's a trending thing that nurses buy.
I'm a condom.
Their husband's condoms. What?
But it's a business thing.
With what money, guys? Plug us. But honestly, the salary does not equate to the work.
Okay.
You can make a living off that salary. It's decent for you to get a house, get a car, but it won't afford you staying in Sentin on a mansion or what. But the biggest thing with us, would see the salary doesn't match the amount of work we put in. It's a decent one, but it doesn't speak to the amount of work that I put in,
Mara, isn't it the same as Kanaking? The education department, because they cry, hey, I'm the one who you come to me before you become exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a whole thing. Yeah. Now I was just thinking, rather let's all get the 10,000, whether you are a nurse, whether you are a what pilot, and then we'll see what we do with the 10K.
Yeah.
At this point, because you're gonna say you put in work and then another department is gonna say, but we also put in the work.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, you guys do. Maybe if the allowances or the benefits, it would have been better. Or the thing, Mara, still.
They'll tell you about night shift allowance. You get an allowance that you work night shift, but it doesn't make a difference anyway.
Oh, okay. It's still the same.
If you're working in private, you get an allowance for working in a specialized department. Like I'm in a specialized department, which is Neonatal ICU. If you're in theater, you get allowance for that. But in government, we do not get that.
In the government, that's where they work the most. That's why most of them go to government. So.
Because 86% of South African population go to public hospitals and only 14% goes to private. Yeah. That's another reason that forces people to go and study and specialize further. Okay, if you specialize, you do get the money. Like I know quite a number of people who are specialized and they earn quite well.
Imagine why don't you go? You want the money. School says Idah. You can't say school. No. You can't say school.
I eventually will. Because probably because before you go and specialize, they want 2 years experience.
Oh, okay. Requirements.
So now I'm resting and I'm intentionally resting. I could do something else, but no.
Yeah, the mind shame.
6 years, full 6 years post high school that I spent in school. So no.
Mara, what's the rush? Like, okay, pressure are you getting it from your friends? Or are you getting it from your parents, or when yourself you are putting the pressure? 6 years post, I need to be so.
I think it's societal pressure. It comes from the society. It's that thing, you should, I will go to high school, go to varsity. After varsity, I will get a job, be married. So until
by
you
25, I should
really,
have this.
by 25, I should be living in a mansion. But it's you have to release yourself from those shackles, from those
Societal.
expectations. Once you do, you live a peaceful life. Like when I had a setback, a delay, I saw my friends going to classes. When I was in second year, they were graduating. I felt like, I'm behind. Only now that I'm working, they graduated, but they're not working. Their lives is on hold. So until you understand that life is not a race, you have to go at your own pace, you'll be just fine.
And like, even if my friend has a Mercedes Benz, guys, it's fine.
It's fine.
Now I'll stick with my Toyota Corolla. Yeah, fine. It's a car. It has 4 wheels.
Point A to point B.
You dare.
Get there.
You might even be early and get more money. You don't know. You never know.
You never know.
And we never know at that point that Toyota Corolla avoid dilo tse kanang. We don't know gore modimo o avoid o savela
from A.
I understand.
Yeah. Like comparison is a thief of joy. Like if you keep on comparing yourself to other people, then you won't be happy. You'd be having the latest VW Golf 8, but I would look at how I won't be happy. Like you won't be happy.
You won't. No, man, it needs to stop. So, okay, would you advise someone to do law or nursing in Hoshibili?
Realistically speaking, in this economy and where we are, I wouldn't advise someone to do law. We were 300 in that class, and I only know of 3 people that are found a firm to do their articles. Most of them, they're sitting at home. Unfortunately, that's the reality with law currently. My closest friend, who was my roommate, she's still sitting now. So I wouldn't really advise law. And then when it comes to nursing, I would advise because of employment opportunities. Like you don't have to go and look for a job for yourself.
You get
by
the
November,
job already.
I knew that I'll be working in First Loris.
Okay.
I knew that 1st of January, where am I reporting to? So when it comes to employment opportunities, I do recommend it. Even if you are unemployed, you can work through agencies. Still make money. Still work like a person who's permanently employed. So when it comes to employability, I would prefer nursing. When it comes to money,
no, don't you think maybe because of the amount of people they want to do nursing, and they have to divide tšhelete eo accordingly. That's why tšhelete is
yeah, because in a hospital, nurses are more than anyone else. But also, what I like about nursing, what they did now, they take a smaller intake. At UJ, they only take 50 a year, 50 students a year. And to make the cut, it's very difficult. Last year, I was working in registration, in admissions. We had to turn away a student who had 5 distinctions because the one Mopela had 6 distinctions.
Competition is high.
Competition is high. Majority, if not 95% of the students that are currently, they are orange carpet students. So getting in is difficult. And I like that they take a limited number so that they can find them jobs.
Exactly.
So if you can take like 300 students, where are they going to get jobs? You know?
Engineering. Guys. And re fail no, like seriously, and then we fail. Some of us make it, but a lot of us are sitting at home, like you said, Kalo.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of intake. Look, to a university, it's business to them. They're going to get money from 300 students. But then they don't look at the output, like when they graduate, where are they going?
Yeah, guys, let's don't go too low. Don't go too low. And if you go too low, making sure the law system is very quality. I don't want to 50 rand at cold drink more. Hi guys, come on. So, okay, what advice would you give to someone who wants to do nursing?
Nursing. Have the heart for it. Be kind. Like, don't just come because I'm gonna get a job. But when you get to the job, that job will frustrate you. But when you always remember your reason why you came here, it will always draw you back to yourself. You'll see, I'm a kind person. I love my job, even though Mama frustrated me. But at the end of the day, I do love my job, and be willing to work hard. Nursing is not easy, guys. People have this thing, it's easy. I give you second year.
It's not engineering. That's what they think. It's not engineering.
I give you second year. I give you human anatomy and physiology. And also the difficult thing is you have to balance work and study. In a week, you have to go to work 2 days and study for 3 days. You'd be at work on a Wednesday. Thursday, where are you going to get time to study? So if you like nice time and having a social life, then don't do
nursing.
It's either you're at work or you're studying. Even on weekends, you're at work. You're doing your practicals. So if you're a person who's a socialite, you can come, but know how to balance
the thing.
Yeah, but it's a noble profession. Please do come. We do need nurses. We do need more nurses to come and change the perspective. And you can do so much with it. You can be an occupational nurse, work in the mines, work in engineering companies. You can specialize in adult or neonatal ICU. You can open your own practice as a midwife. Or even if you're not a midwife, you can open your own clinic, make money from it. You can do a lot. You can go into academia. You can be a lecturer. You can specialize in oncology. You can be a theater scrub. There's a lot.
Now I would go to nursing as, you know why? The scrubs. You know.
For the scrubs.
Well, I have the scrubs. No, but I feel like you guys also know. Like, hell, that uniform. You feel yourselves around campus
confidence.
walking. Yeah, I mean, can I go earring nursing? I think.
Yeah.
Kong, 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 kong.
You don't want to know. But when I work there,
you work with pride.
You think, yeah.
That time, you guys also get the names, ne?
The name tags.
Name tags, more scrubs and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that time, Basiras Jang, but what thing? But and I saw, yesterday, I saw Kanaking a nurse go some hospital, ne? I appear Kanaking the leopard print scrub. And the scrub, you guys don't get it from your workplace, or you just create your own.
You buy your own scrubs.
Oh, you buy it?
You buy your own scrubs.
How fitla mmereko ngwareka?
How fitla mmereko ngwareka?
Aba ufiona mmereko?
No, there's uniform allowance, fair enough, but it doesn't offer 3K. But you have to buy scrubs are expensive.
You see me, Shem, I would have made plans with that 3K. I wasn't going to buy a uniform.
That's what happens. A pair of scrub is 500 minimum, both the top and the top. So,
obviously,
for me, I need scrubs from Monday to Friday. I wear different scrubs on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If I'm also, I work 5 days shift, so I need scrubs for each and every day. I can't come Tuesday get scrubs because of infection.
Oh, the germs. Oh, okay. Mara, they could have just balifetona, like Monday, the credit scrubs so Tuesday, the credit scrubs so body clean, dry clean, give people mereko.
That's what they're trying to do, but government lead tender. They want to give the tender to someone. It's an opportunity for them to eat money, because then you don't have a choice to buy yourself quality scrubs. So obviously, but it's a quotation and find the cheapest. Use that one, and the rest of the money.
Okay. So your bio was talking about Bo. Now I even forgot the words, guys. Yo, selling mole. Research.
Yeah.
I think U21 something health. What's going on there?
So Universitas 21 is a global network that brings together universities across the world with University of Johannesburg being the only one in Africa. So we collaborate with professionals, with students from other countries to to discuss issues and provide solutions to the United Nations and the World Health Organization. So you get to work with people from different countries, see how they think, what are their challenges. I remember we were working on a project with students from Amsterdam and Chile, Chile, Canada, everywhere. And we had to have an online meeting. And I said to them, guys, I can't join in. We have load shedding. And they were like, what's load shedding? And I had to explain. And then that's so horrific. Like, how can the government intentionally take away Mutlakas? Like, to them, it was a concerning issue. And to me, it's like,
they don't know. They don't even know. You have experience in that thing, load shedding.
Load shedding. So you get to see how other people in other countries live. There are times where you get to meet in 2022. I had to go to Dublin in Ireland so that we meet. But coincidentally, at the time, that's when I lost the closest person to me. So I couldn't go there. I couldn't go, but others did go.
They were able to go.
Even every July, there's summer school. This year it was in China. I couldn't go because I'm working. Filing for leave is something else.
Eesh.
Yeah.
So can't you tell them, we're taking government today? Bonang, I'm going to China. I'm coming back now. Nyabuya manje, man. Trust me, you won't even see that I'm gone.
They'll tell you about the hospital needs, the staffing needs. If you leave, there's policies around how to take your leave, how many people are allowed at a time. So I was going to need 2 weeks. So to them, it's a lot.
Maralebona basare ba bua le government for you guys. No, we need these people. Like, we need to discuss
problem
this.
Whose government? Who are we talking? Like, whose government? That's the thing.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, okay, how do you go into that thing? Are you guys selected? You have to be an academic weapon.
You don't really.
No, Pella, we need to know.
You have to be an academic weapon, but the department I was working with the department, environmental health sciences. So we collaborate. They wanted a collaboration with nursing. I knew Dr. Shajiwa from there. She spoke to me, and we hosted awareness weeks every year about the sustainable development goals. So we recruit everyone. So you know how people are reluctant. We don't want that. What's that?
Plus eating, it's part of that thing where you have to artificial.
You have to. So people are reluctant. You don't have to be an academic group or anything. I remember I 2022, I sent links to groups. It's like, guys, please join. And people were just like,
no. I think maybe it was the information that was being spread out. The minute you tell people, guys, little yako China, they will come. Trust me.
But China from me.
But what's SDG? Guys, come on. You tell them what is actually happening in that thing.
The benefits. That's what will
give them the benefits first. You'll see them coming.
That's strategy.
Yeah. So and then how long is the thing? Is it yearly thing? No, you're still doing it.
Yeah, I'm still part. It's up to you until you feel like I don't want to be a part anymore. I'm tired. But now that I'm out, there should be someone else actively a student representative there. So we give each other a chance. But it doesn't mean when you're out of the university you're no longer part. Because even lecturers, even the dean, she's always going somewhere because of universities.
So it's only health, science, what that students.
Unfortunately.
Just expand the thing. Make it, just expand it because, science. Just say science. STEM. And just leave it like that. We'll come, Pella. We have time. And then I also saw you spoke about Namibia. What's happening there?
So Namibia is we go and offer health screenings for disadvantaged communities. Like we go to the most disadvantaged community there. We offer health screening for non-communicable diseases like for diabetes, your blood pressure. Like those are diseases that we don't think they're that hectic, but they really are hectic because they're often underlying and cause others. Even for your eyes, we did eye screenings, and then we would give people free spectacles. So if we detect a problem with you, advise you like at primary health. If we realize that it's that deep, then we'll give you a referral to go to the hospital.
So like lile ko Namibia to do that.
Yeah.
And they pay younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, they must do these things, guys.
They don't really pay you, but they give you pocket money daily.
Really?
Daily they give you an amount to say, okay, you're going to be gone for 2 weeks each day. They give us how much? 200 a day, which is fair.
200 rand
a day. And then now I go buy KFC at 30 rand and I keep the change.
200 rand. Abasar 1.5 nyana. Pela, it's a whole day. You need, as a lady, you need clothes. You need.
I need an outfit for the day.
You need an outfit for the day. You need to go in
for food. Like sustain you today to eat, and then.
Mara, I mean, Suzotin. Something.
It's something because it costs the university close to $500,000 to organize that
thing.
That thing.
And how many people do they take?
We were 35.
From UJ?
Yeah. We were 35.
35? No, that's a lot, yo.
And you remember that person has to sleep, travel, they feed that person again. So it's a lot.
Dang. Hey. Yo. Marangati, nursing is a nice thing, nah? It's a nice thing. I think I must go back to school.
You want to restart again?
I don't mind, shame. As long as I know
we need engineers in this country.
But Idah. Because
they'll make a plan. But people make like engineering, if you go on TikTok and you look and you realize.
Trust me, it's not nice. The way we fail.
I know the academic part of it is difficult. Yeah.
But I don't know about other engineering sectors and stuff. But I don't think it's rainbows and sunshines the way people glamorize it.
Yeah, I feel like each and every profession has its
own. And I feel like the reason why it trend engineering is because of our parents. Our parents, if you don't do engineering, you're not doing anything.
You're not doing anything.
Exactly. But at least there's people like you who are doing, nursing and Natravela. What are you doing, Namibia?
Yeah, and people, I feel like the problem with nursing is how people perceive it from the olden days, like how the generations that came before us made it to the society like, yo, I don't want to do nursing. When I came into it also, I had that shame that, when people talk, I'm a nurse. Like, I couldn't say it proudly. But now that I know what I know now, I'm a professional nurse proudly.
I didn't want to do it because I was like, hey, patient, having to take care of the patient. Now I must report to the doctor, and then the doctor, But it's a different kind of thing.
When you're inside it, you see understand for what it really is, and not like other people's opinions outside.
So you don't want to? You're taking a break from school?
Yeah, currently taking a break from school. I will go back.
You're gonna do honors and masters?
No, I'm not gonna do masters. I'll do a specialty. So it's better to specialize than go, it's a master's. Because then you're a master in what? If I specialize in neonatal ICU and then I go do a master's, then I'm a master in neonatal ICU. So if I jump straight to master's, I still have to go back and specialize. Because now I'm just floating. So with health courses, even with doctors, you hear them talking about specializing a lot. When you are taught everything. After everything, you have to choose what works for you and go and specialize. And specialty has money. Like, it has serious money.
That's what we want.
That's what we want. So I wouldn't waste money to go and do a master's. Probably when I have the money and I'm specialized, I can go and do a master's. Yeah.
So how long is the program you're specializing?
Now it's 2 years. It used to be 1 year.
Oh.
I wish I had it when it was still 1 year.
Okay.
Now it's
maybe there's a lot of things they cover now.
They felt like they overload us in 1 year, and by the end of the year you don't really know anything.
That's
so it's
true.
better to stretch it out and
Expand
give you time, because now they don't allow you to do full time. You have to be working and studying at the same time.
So it accommodates only the part-time students.
Yeah.
I want to know something. Is it possible for as a nurse to create a job?
Chances are slim. There is shortage, but the shortage also comes from now the universities, the colleges have taken in small number. So now they've changed the curriculum. The nurses from the college do not have ComServe anymore. They have to go and look for work themselves. And then nurses from universities, like there wasn't a difference. Now there's a difference. Most of them who are crying about unemployment, it's nurses from colleges. But the government is trying to
help them,
get them in. While they're unemployed, they work in agencies. So you can't say you're unemployed and there's nothing. No, that one is impossible. If while you're waiting for a permanent post, you work with agencies, you come and do your overtimes, you get something. So it's never like completely dry. Yeah, while you wait, there is something.
Like Rona, so Shapa got the rejection letters day 50 in a day. You know hey guys, yes, Nina nursing. Yo, early in the morning at 4 a.m. you get a rejection letter. We regret to inform you. That time you're not even awake.
Yeah, and you have hope that one, I'm getting this one.
Yeah, but no, it's fine. I think, well, Paula for today.
Okay.
We've been talking about researches. Idah needs to go and, maybe she needs to plan her day out. These people are professionals. We still have, we can just go and sleep,
Yeah, one of my friends was asking me that we made up for a date, and I sent her my whole schedule for the month, the upcoming month.
That's what
she's like, and I'm like, choose from the days
from the days.
And she's like, how do you know that on this day? I'm like, I plan a month ahead.
That's good. In planning. Me, I'm a go with the flow kind of person. Today, if I have work, I will work. After more, that's when I'll think, okay, what must I do now? Then I'll do whatever. But if it's something about planning, I have to do this at this time,
then you're
I
not.
don't.
I plan, but I also go with the flow because I have to understand that things don't always go according to my plan. So if you're a strict person, you always be frustrated.
And then any advice for those who are studying nursing to get those kind of distinctions? I know you said, Hore, use your best study method, like obviously there's something, because Lina academic weapons, you have this thing of saying, no, study hard.
No, don't
Mara,
hard.
When you don't study hard.
I won't lie to you. I don't study hard. I don't stay long hours. I've been to the library once. I've studied in the library once, and I was like,
it's not the one.
It's not the one for me. Besides finding what works for you, dedicate time to studying, and then also ask other people. Like, you can't do it alone. You cannot do it alone. Like, I can be understanding anatomy better, but I don't understand physiology better. There's someone else who understands physiology better. Ask. Don't be ashamed of asking. If you don't know something, there's no shame in it. Ask other people, even your lecturers. Your lecturers, I think in the nursing departments, we were blessed with lecturers that go all out for you. Like, they are your friends. If you don't come to class, they'll call you and say, why were you not in class? I see you're struggling with this type of thing. So how can I best help you? So they use use that opportunity for yourself, to yourself. Go to Dr. Rassi, I'll point him out. Go to Dr. Machaka and ask them. They are always willing to help. Even our head of department, a very caring mother, use that to your advantage. And I don't know.
That's it.
That's
guys, you heard Shem. There's nothing she can say. If you're not an academic weapon, Shem, we understand.
You can be an academic weapon and not study and fail. I have failed some tests. Myself, I've failed some tests.
The golden key members. Don't fail and sit down.
Don't fail and sit down.
Fail and work
find
on
out
it.
what's wrong. I remember with psychiatry, psychiatry used to show me flames. To a point where I went to that lecture and it was like, who's not getting it right? Because you explain to me and I get it, but when I go and write, I don't get it. Yeah.
So consulting, guys, with your lectures, you know. Thank you for your time, Miguel. Unfortunately, time is not on our side. But guys, if you guys also want to share your story, you can also write to us. You already know the details and stuff like that, you know. And if you want to ask Idah questions and stuff, you can just write them in the comments section so that she knows. I'll refer them to her. Don't worry. There's no need for her to.
Maybe
or you want your social media?
We can do that.
Social media.
But strictly nursing, okay?
Yes, strictly nursing, guys. Yeah. So I'll just add them on the description box and then you guys will follow her. Nursing. else. Strictly. Yeah, please. And then, yeah, we'll see you guys in the next